Hunter x Hunter will go down in history as a great anime for several reasons, and no doubt one of those reasons is for its good battles. The number of fights in this series are far too many to remember off the top of anyone's head. However, in today's video, we would be going back into memory lane to go over some of the best battles from this epic shonen anime series. Hello fellow anime lovers, and welcome to my channel Diamond Stars Anime. Before we go on with this video, I will just like to inform you guys that we post videos on a regular, so do well to subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified whenever we post a new content. Alright. Let's get to our list. Number 10. Gon vs. Neferpitou. This scene can only roughly be called a fight. While any good fight assumes some exchange between its competitors, the clash between Gon and Neferpitou was purely one-sided. Gon had been looking to avenge Kite throughout the Chimera and arc. He, however, received a slight glimmer of hope when he discovered that Pitou might be able to resurrect Kite. When he found out the contrary, something within him just snapped. Neferpitou tried to take advantage of his confusion for a sneak attack, but Gon more than took her on as he succumbed to his nen. Sacrificing his very being for his hate, Gon turned into adult Gon and decimated Pitou. 9. Chrollo Lucifer vs. Zeno and Silva Zoldyck. At the other end of the supernatural fight spectrum, Chrollo Lucifer's battle against the Zoldycks during the York New City arc was just a pure showcase of power. Although the 10 Dons had hired Zeno and Silva Zoldyck to take out Chrollo Lucifer, the leader of the Phantom Troop, the fight was as difficult as expected from these characters. Silva's pure force and Zeno's complex tactics make their opponent shift into offensive mode, but even this was not enough to hinder the Zoldycks. At the last second though, Chrollo evades Silva's double blast. Zeno commends him, but added that he would have certainly won had it been just Chrollo against him. 8. Hisoka vs. Gotoh. Gotoh is the Zoldyck family's trusted butler who gauges strengths with Gon, Kurapika, and Leo Rio early in the series. While he seemed like an absolute mastodon of strength then, in this fight, he went up against Hisoka, an absolute master of the killing trade. In this fight, we saw Hisoka on the defensive as Gotoh's gimmick of powerful, coin bullets reigned supreme through most of the fight. Hisoka, however, didn't let up and prepared a trap of his own to take down the butler from hell. Hisoka was already established as a dangerous, mysterious threat at this point, so it was quite interesting to see him face off against another person of tactful intellect and power. Number 7. Knuckle, Shoot, and Killua vs. Youpi. Youpi is by far the most powerful chimera ant to be born. Aside from Mereum, it is discovered that his aura production outstrips even Netero's. Of course, it's not like the Royal Guard has the skills, experience, or plain cunning that the erstwhile chairman of the Hunter Association possessed. Nevertheless, the raw strength he wields is more than enough to take on hunters as accomplished as Morel, Knuckle, and Shoot, sometimes simultaneously, not to mention the effortless manner in which he shrugs off Killua's bolts of lightning. This battle is extended across several episodes, but it's worth waiting. 6. Gon vs. Hisoka. The Heavens Arena match between Gon and Hisoka is one of the most thrilling, simply because Hunter Examination Arc had foreshadowed it. While this fight was a powerful spectacle within its own right, its greatest aim was to show the great gap between the two and Gon's growth as a fighter. Gon's been training his hardest since, just to pay back Hisoka a punch, while Hisoka's been laying in quiet anticipation of Gon's growth. He showcases here newfound strengths and senses of strategy, as he aims to surprise Hisoka. Hisoka, ever 10 steps ahead, makes this a learning experience as he toys with Gon. It's an incredible exhibition of character and power difference that shows that even great leaps of power are just small steps in this series. Number 5. Feitan vs. Zazan. Feitan is a member of the Phantom Troop whom until this fight hadn't had much fight scenes. Zazan, the Chimera ant, proves to be more than a match for Feitan Portor, and begins to have the upper hand after shape-shifting into a terrifying lizard being. After this, she easily breaks her opponent's arm. This pushes the Phantom Troop member into unleashing his ultimate technique, which causes even his comrades to run for their lives. Apparently, Feitan's rising sun is so overwhelming that it can decimate everything in its environment. Zazan learns what happens when his adversary is injured, but not long because she becomes ash soon enough. Number 4. Uvogin vs. the Shadow Beasts. During the Yorkness City arc, the Shadow Beasts in this fight were entering as the odds-on favorites and showed the confidence for it. They are the main vanguard for the Mafia, comprised of their best nin users. In this instance, it was the aggressive power of Rabid Dog, the sharpness of Porcupine, the parasitic nature of Leech, and incredible flexibility of Worm. Bringing in a diverse team of nin experts that would give just about anyone else a run for their money. Uvogin, on the other hand, is a member of the Phantom Troop whose display during this fight shows the insane amount of flexibility that just pure strength can offer, as this fight not only built him up as an intimidating terror, but also the power distance between the Phantom Troop and everyone else. 3. Kurapika vs. Uvogin. Throughout the series, Kurapika's main goal has been to hunt down the Phantom Troop members as revenge for their slaughter of his people, the Kurta clan. Battle against Uvogin, the most physically powerful member of the Phantom Troop. The result of this is a brutal fight that showcases Kurapika's new powers, as well as the intelligence and focus that he's taking into his plan. Number 2. The Greed Island Dodgeball Match. The Greed Island arc served as the premise for a few video game gimmicks, as well as an opportunity to organically build a training arc for Gon and Killua. The culmination of those efforts, as well as everything the series has taught about nin thus far, is showcased in this dodgeball match between the unlikely alliance of Gon's friends and Hisoka going up against a killer dodgeball player. This fight sees brutal power, sacrifice, strategy, and a slew of made-up powers to make this an above-average throwing of rubber balls, as the characters struggle just to keep the ball. Finally, number 1 on my list is Chairman Netero vs. Mereum. One of the greatest scenes to arrive from the Chimera and arc is the roller coaster of strength and intelligence that is Netero vs. Mereum. Mereum is the king of the Chimera ants, a strange being born with overwhelming power and mental aptitude. To stop him, the Hunter Association brings in one of their strongest, most experienced agents, their chairman Isaac Netero. What ensues is a fantastical battle of wits and lethal blows as either competitor shows off the abilities of the world's strongest. It's such a tight match between two top-tier characters that the result inevitably ends up to endurance, focus, and a nuclear bomb. Though the Ant King technically wins this one, being restored by Youpi and Poof, the poison masked by the explosion eventually takes his life anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Also, feel free to comment your opinions in the comment section.